Yeah, much stronger than it's ever been. And we'll take a look at it. Let me dig this trench underneath here. Good, it's pulling it out. Sweet. I don't know if that's focusing in on it, but you can see it's kind of ripped up and in these little cracks here. It's possible that that's going all the way through. That's probably the most likely. Anyhow, we're going to just replace this line. Start over. So here we go. I'm gonna have it drop down into here. Just buried a few inches under the ground. Okay, so for this, we're gonna use this liquid tough double insulator. Put that through, just check distance on this one. That should be enough. For a couple reasons. One, I'll be able to put this right on the end of the liquid tight. And then on the other side, I'm actually going to do a ground wire and connect that in, ground it. So that again, this entire line going underneath here, if there does happen to turn out to be any sort of short, it'll just get grounded straight into ground and it will never go through our horses, which is a good thing. Here, we'll start over here on this side. I just finished putting in half of it. The inside is metal, and there's a reason for that. So the inside's metal, outside's plastic, and if you look down in the trench, this thick conduit with the metal and the plastic goes all the way through this trench underneath, opposite to the other side. And so before, we used to just have this going through, which I showed at the first, and you could see like there were some spots that potentially had shown through. This is now inside this conduit. And so now what happens, and what I'm going to be doing is on the outside, or the inside of this is metal, which is connected to this piece of metal. I'm going to be taking a wire and connecting it onto this, going straight into the ground. Similarly on the other side, I'm going to connect it just to our ground rod. And so electricity flows the quickest way to ground. And so the shocking of the horses before, there obviously was a short where the electricity decided to go through the horse because that was the easiest way to ground. Now there's going to be metal sheathing surrounding this entire electrified thing going underneath the gate. And so if anything does ever short, it's not going to go through a horse, it's going to go through the ground. It's going to go through that metal and into the ground. So it should ideally be a permanent solution for this problem. putting this in for grounding rod. I'm going to attach this grounding line to the rebar that I just threw into the ground. I'm just gonna bring this guy around a bunch of times. Get that grounded. Nice. Best it's ever been, 7 kilovolts. Never had it that high, so there definitely was a short under there. Because the best we were getting before this was a bag about 4 or 5 kilovolts. Well, I felt pretty good about that. Killed 2 birds with 1 stone. It should no longer be zapping our horses as they're just coming through the gate, which is wonderful. And the fences should work a lot better now too.